Russia's Prime Minister Vladimir Putin has rejected US President Barack Obama's remarks about how the Russian leader is caught up in Cold War thinking. Putin says Russia stands solidly on its own 2 feet and looks towards the future. Meanwhile, he added that Moscow was ready for effective interaction with the Obama administration. Last week, the US president said Russia must understand that it's time to end what he called old Cold War approaches in its ties with the United States. Obama is scheduled to visit Russia on Monday. It will be his first visit to Moscow since assuming office in January. The two countries are at odds over several issues, including the controversial US plan for a missile defense shield in Eastern Europe. Ten Chechen police officers have been killed in the Russian Republic of Ingushetia. 9 other security officials were also wounded as gunmen opened fire on a police convoy. The policemen were being transferred from Chechnya to Ingushetia to aid anti-terrorism operations there. This comes as the leader of Ingushetia, Yunusbek Yevkurov, is fighting for his life in hospital after a bomb blast struck his car on June the 22nd. After the attack, Russian President Dmitry Medvedev ordered the head of the neighboring Republic of Chechnya to fight insurgents in Ingushetia. Both republics are in Russia's volatile southern Caucasus region. Militancy has been on the rise in the area during the past few months. The Italian Senate has passed a controversial security bill that makes illegal immigration a crime, following months of heated debates. Press TV's Lee Adendorf reports.
Provvedimenti da concludere.
Italy's new security law, passed over a month ago in Parliament, was finally given the green light by the Senate yesterday and became law. A series of provisions to improve internal security are included in the package, such as the approval of citizen night patrols and tougher anti-mafia penalties. But the most significant part of the legislation makes illegal immigration a crime. Illegal immigrants can be fined up to €10,000 and be immediately expelled from the country under the new law. Detention can be extended up to 6 months, and public officials are now obliged to report illegal immigrants to the police, with some exceptions for doctors and teachers. The law has been the subject of fiery debate for months, and while the Prime Minister said it was a guarantee for the security of all citizens, critics argue the effects will not all be positive for the country.
There will be 2 main negative impacts. One is that even those who have come out of desperation or to seek asylum will be thrown in jail or thrown out of the country. And the second is the strain on the judicial system, where justice for both civil and penal cases will have to wait even further. It really is an ignoble law.
Italy has been bearing the brunt of illegal immigration into Europe for nearly a decade. The Italian Coast Guards intercepted boats carrying over 30,000 men, women and children seeking illegal entry into Italy from North Africa in 2008, a figure that has almost doubled over the last 3 years. And the government knows voters are worried. A recent study for the European Commission showed 69% of Italians thought immigration was a priority problem for the country, more than twice the European average. But human rights organisations say the law is an unacceptable response.
This kind of provisions having an impact on every aspect of migrants' lives do confirm the fear of the people that migrants are dangerous in themselves, which is not based on reality, is based on a growing xenophobic environment that we experience in the country.
Penalising immigrants could have unexpected effects for Italy. The population is only growing thanks to migrants, who, according to the latest National Statistics Institute figures, were the only cause of Italy's population growth last year. Immigrants are also widely employed in the care of the elderly and domestic work, jobs many Italians shun. Uncontrolled illegal immigration in Italy has been a growing problem over the last few years. Something apparently had to give. It remains to be seen whether the government's heavy-handed solution will provide a remedy or just another set of problems. Lee Adendorf, Press TV, Rome.
As Americans celebrate Independence Day, some are wondering how free they really feel and what it means for other nations. Press TV's Colin Campbell reports.
For the Dawes sisters, Independence Day is more than a holiday.
Our rights as individuals to choose what we want to do when we want to do it.
Sharon is unemployed and hoping for a job. For her, celebrating America's birthday is bittersweet.
They've downsized my position, and they've sent the jobs overseas. So yes, I am very concerned about all of this.
Independence Day celebrates our nation's independence from Great Britain in 1776. But today, America faces different challenges. The weight of an economic depression, a lagging housing market, a high unemployment rate, and numerous military engagements overseas have some Americans questioning what it means to be free. Outside of the White House, some pleaded with the president to end U.S. military presence in Iraq immediately. They said the Iraqis deserve freedom as much as Americans. Last month, U.S. troops pulled out of Iraq's major cities, but are not planned to leave the country fully until the start of 2012.
I just think it's a waste of America's resources, and it was really terrible that George Bush got us in that war, because it just really was not a necessary war at all. And I'm just furious about it.
We have a Nazi genocide in Iraq, and there's been no retribution for that of people like Bush and Cheney.
For the Dawes sisters, Independence Day is also symbolic of electing the nation's first black president.
If you take a look, there are Indians, Asians, Americans, Europeans. Everyone comes here to step on this ground, to realize what was fought for, and this is the best representation of what freedom is.
Despite the many issues that the U.S. faces, some said the U.S. is slowly headed in the right direction. And just like America had to struggle for its independence, it will have to fight to reverse policies that hold it back, and other nations included. For Press TV, Colin Campbell, Washington.
That was the latest here on Press TV News. Thanks for watching.